distinguished guests on the dais, Vice Chancellor, faculty members, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would just like to express my sincere regret for not being able to address in person. But for some unavoidable and unforeseen circumstances, I was unable to come to the beautiful and pristine state of Sikkim and see your campus. I am indeed happy to be addressing the 12th convocation of the Institute of Chartered Financial Analysis of India, University, Sikkim. To begin with, I wish to congratulate the young graduates on their convocation. This day marks a great achievement for each one of you, as well as your parents, family, teachers, and friends. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, convocation is a red letter day in the academic calendar of a university. It marks the culmination of a phase of learning and symbolizes the beginning of a new journey where knowledge and skills acquired will be put to test. There will be times when you will find success easily and times when you will face adversity. The trying moments will test your true mettle, your hard work, discipline, commitment, and determination will help you navigate through the rough terrain, and I am sure your alma mater has prepared you well for the same. The role of university in the life of a student has been eloquently described by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and I quote, "A university is or should be an artist's studio where hot clay or stone or wood has to be molded or cut or chiseled into shape, but where human beings with different temperament, varying capacities, changing moods, and limitless variety of what may be called hereditary tendencies or sanskars have to be put not only into beautiful shape but also rendered into useful instruments that can serve others and what is more, serve themselves well. The product has to be not only accomplished, gentlemen, but also truly useful and serviceable members of the society and loyal, helpful, and sacrificing citizens of a country." Unquote. Dear students, you have had the benefit of a progressive education system. The very fact that you are a part of this congregation today is succinct testimony of the same. As per the All India Survey of Higher Education, the gross enrollment ratio for university level education of India in 2017-18 is 25.8%. Thus, it will not be incorrect to say that you are among the fortunate few who have had access to university level education in your nation. You all are the next generation of leaders, policymakers, managers, educationists, lawmakers of India. Your future is intertwined with the future of this country. It is you who is destined to chart the future growth of our country. This responsibility that lies on your shoulders is enormous, and this is exactly the time when your innovative and creative thoughts and ideas will be put to use. It is the time when you are energetic and enthusiastic, and this potential is used in the right direction. It can lead to the nation's rapid progress. As you now enter into a stage where you can give back to the society, make your contribution and make it count. You are all capable and intelligent minds. Do all that is necessary to realize our country's goal. For India to sit at the high table of the global powers, it has to prepare for an ever-shining world that shares resources as well as responsibilities through being knowledgeable, capable, and sensitive to the environment and social issues. Universities like yours will need to reinvent themselves as enablers of society rather than gatekeepers of higher education. To that end, I am happy to note that the ICFAI University Sikkim offer innovative, career-oriented, professional, postgraduate and undergraduate programs through inclusive technology, aided pedagogies to equip students with the requisite professional and life skills, as well as social sensitivity and high sense of ethics. I am told that the university strives to create intellectually stimulating environment for recent research, particularly into areas bearing on the socio-economic and cultural development of the state and the nations. More and more, such initiatives are needed for the developing world to understand each other and their special capabilities, creating space for new thinking in climate change and sustainability. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy and humbled to learn that the PMF has set up Pranab Mukherjee Chair for Sustainable Development, Research and Education at the ICFI University Sikkim with the objective of promoting sustainable development, research and consultancy projects to strengthen democracy and promote peace, harmony and happiness in the northeastern region of India. This initiative will support in creating and dissemination of innovation, knowledge and novelty that will improve the quality of life in rural and semi-urban areas of Sikkim and northeastern region through skill development, research and education. On this occasion, I would also like to address the faculty of this institution and through you, all the teachers, guide and mentor of our nation. I was a teacher before I joined public life. Hence I can say that I know how satisfying it is for a teacher to give students the joy of learning, to make them appreciate, reflect and differentiate the stands of thinking, to make them worthy and willing to shoulder responsibility. The faculty is the lifeblood of a university and they must continuously renew their understanding of the subject. They must be able to transfer knowledge to their students with dedication and commitment. They must act as friend and guide to the students, ever willing to counsel and show them knew how best they can gear themselves to face the world. I wish to compliment the entire academic fraternity of ICFAI University for their selfless labor at preparing the students to face the test of life. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the state of Sikkim with 82.20% literacy rate as per the census of 2011 is way above the average literacy rate of the nation. In fact, the northeastern states of Mizoram and Tripura stand at places 3rd and 4th with 91.58 and 87.75% literacy respectively. These figures itself speak volumes about the wealth of educational landscape in this northeastern region of the country. I believe the northeastern region is not only brimming with potential but is now realizing it too. I have had the good fortune to visit a few universities and institutes of higher learning in this region during my presidency. And I can say with confidence that the more we harness the creativity of the Northeast, the greater the benefit that we will be able to derive for the development of the region and the country. With these words, I congratulate graduates on adding another feather in your cap. May the success that has come your way today lead you to bigger achievements in the years to come. Thank you. Jai Hind.